Hey guys, this is Dan from Valley Marine, and today we wanted to show you in this video some advantages of ordering a boat versus buying one from dealer stock, especially this time of year. If you're shopping for a boat in the fall or winter time, a lot of times people will wait until late winter or early spring to buy a boat, but I've got a couple of things I want to show you today that you may want to consider doing that earlier on. So first thing we're going to look at here is we have a new Duckworth and a new North River, and we're not doing a brand comparison today, but we're going to do a configuration comparison. And some things are really important when you're putting together a new boat that you've got to keep in mind. So starting out, some advantages of ordering. Number one, looking at these two boats, this is an unrigged boat here. First thing I want to note is on a kicker motor, when dealers order boats, we have to decide before we order the boat or when we order the boat where we're going to mount the kicker motor. On this particular boat, this has got a shortened kicker bracket. It's elevated, so it works really well for a tiller application or if a guy wants to do a TR1 autopilot. Over here on the Duckworth, this is a remote application, so the kicker motor is further away from the transom, making it more difficult to run as a tiller, but it's tied to the main motor. With this application, we can do a tie bar and a steering system and a remote throttle, all the driver's seat, and have everything be remote. On this application, we cannot. So over here, looking at this, these two are in different planes. There's no way to do a tie bar that's going to work, especially tied in the front, because as this motor turns, the tie bar is going to come in contact with the engine. So really, one of the first things is, hey, how do I want to control my kicker motor? And you're going to be using your kicker motor a high percentage of the time. So knowing which configuration is really important. Second thing, when we buy these boats, we decide ahead of time what brand of motor we're going to do. So we do Mercury, we do Yamaha, we do Honda. If you have a brand preference, it's really important to understand once a dealer buys a boat, it's going to come rigged for that brand of motor, and it's very expensive to switch from, say, a Yamaha to a Mercury or a Mercury to a Honda. Those decisions have to be made during the ordering process, mainly because these engine manufacturers, they subsidize the boat manufacturers for putting their rigging in, and a dealer cannot match the manufacturer's price for pre-rigging for, say, a Mercury or a Yamaha or whatever. Next thing, the history of both North River and Duckworth, and for any heavy gauge boat for that matter, these are all designed initially as custom boats. So if you're going to buy a custom boat, they are still essentially a custom boat. Everything is welded on, from kicker to different steering systems to downrigger brackets to top configurations, which you can see here. And color choices, whether you go with dual paint or single paint or no paint, all of these things are decided early on in the sales process or the ordering process. And once that thing is built, you don't get that choice. If you're rolling onto a dealer's lot, you're going to be stuck with that color they've already selected. One thing I wanted to show, and it's going to be hard to see from this video, I actually have an invoice here for a Duckworth. And people think that these boats are fairly straightforward, but there are so many pages of options when it comes to these boats that are available to the consumer. My point is, on a Duckworth, I have 3 different pages right here of material that are options on a typical Duckworth. Same thing for North River. You have all these pages of options. Us as a dealer, we're trying to decide what makes the most sense for us to stock to appeal to most customers. But going back to things, if you're going to go out and buy something, you want it the way you want it. There's a lot of times when we'll order a boat and you'll come in and want to buy the boat, but you're going to find options on here that either A, you don't want, or B, you did want, or you want a different configuration. And you're going to buy things on these boats in a stock formation that, had you ordered it, you'll probably save money. A lot of times doing a custom order, the dealer is going to work with you. If it's a 4 to 6 month process, you have time to choose your colors, your options, eliminate things that you don't want, and really go through and build the boat the way you want, and you're going to save money. You really will. A good dealer is going to help you in that process. These manufacturers, both brands that I'm looking at here right now, have a winter ordering program, and the earlier I buy these boats, the more of a discount I can take on them But my consumers that come in to buy these boats in January, February, March, a lot of the best rebates are already gone, or the best discounts are already gone. Where my proactive customers, they're ordering in October, the boat itself comes in January, we take advantage of cash discounts that are available to them. Then in January, February, March, the motor manufacturers come out with all of their discounts and rebates and extended warranties. We choose the motor ahead of time, but then we put you into that slot. You're getting the benefits of the motor at that time. You're still looking at a spring delivery, but you're really building it in a process where you're getting the boat exactly the way you want it. And then people worry, gosh, man, I don't have all the money to buy this boat up front. Well, a lot of times we're not going to ask for a lot of a deposit. If you're going to order a custom boat from us, we're going to ask for 5 or 10% down. But really, when you're buying something like this, that's going to be pretty much the norm anyhow. Why not get started ahead of time and then work through it and take your time and build that dream boat? A lot of people that buy these boats, it's something it's a boat they've dreamed about all their lives. It is something that you're likely not going to do again. Get it done the way you want. So just something to think about. Please, if you guys are considering whether you might order a boat this year or 5 years down the road or 3 years down the road, when you're looking at boats, ordering in the fall for a spring delivery is a can't lose situation. It really does work a lot better. So hopefully you guys take that with a grain of salt. And if you guys have any questions, please call us here. We would love to explain this to you. If you want a quote ahead of time, if you just want to explore more options, call us up. We would love to talk to you. Thank you very much.